Good evening, friends. I hope you all had a wonderfully amazing weekend. Mine went really well. The last day of the vacations spent nice with family. Monday is not a usual day for me to be recording a video, but since I missed it over the weekend, I don't want to miss it for the week. So here I am. The topic that I've chosen is more on the relationships front, and I might not be the right person to talk about it, but then I do want to talk about it so that everybody who watches my video and my friends could understand and connect with me more in terms of my philosophy about life. So, when we are dealing with people, those could be people from your offices, from your family, your friends. We all come across situations where we have difference of opinions. Now that's what I term it as, because I don't want to call it as a fight, because there is no hatred involved in such situations, or anyways, we don't hate anybody. I mean, that's what I think. So either you love a person or that person does not exist. There is no hatred as such. So these difference of opinions are primarily caused because we are different individuals, and we all behave differently in different situations. But then when such situations happen in our life, we tend to react in just two ways. One is we completely cut that person off our lives and no explanation sought, no explanation given, and the person is completely out of your life. That happens in situations where you feel that person does not hold any importance in your life, might not be directly connected with you, not part of your family, not part of your friends clan. So that's completely fine in such situations, because I don't think we should bother much about general people at large. That does not mean that you go about hurting everybody. All I'm saying is that you don't hurt anybody, you don't give pain to others, but you are equally important as others are. So if others are trying to get into a situation which is painful for either one of you, and the person is not directly connected to you, so rather than continuing with that pain, you can just part ways and mind your own businesses. It's easy, and easy for your heart, and easy to implement in life. The most difficult part is when you're dealing with people from your family and your friends, because in that case you cannot just cut them off your life. You've got to maintain and make sure that they stay in your lives. So in those situations, what I used to do all my life, and I might be doing it in future as well, is that I sit back and just try and justify their behaviors, and then find a reason somehow that why would that person behave in that manner, and then I would forgive them. And I have always thought that that's the best way to deal with such situations, because it gives you peace. And yeah, it does give peace. But then what I realized of late is that peace is short-lived, or maybe that peace is just a cover on the top, because unless you get the right answer, the thing would still remain in your head forever. I'll give you an example. My mom and I were poles apart, maybe, and there were difference of opinions in most of the things. And just how I said I would behave, I would never talk it out to her and just justify all the behaviors and give the benefit of doubt of why situations happened and why a certain behavior. Yeah, I led a peaceful life, and it made me not hate my mother. I would never hate my mother, or for that matter anybody. But then that thing always remained, that this is my answer to the situation, but what was her answer, and why was a certain behavior displayed? Now, thankfully, while my mom was there with me, we talked it out. She wanted to talk it out. Maybe I would have never made any effort to even ask anything. But then she made that effort to talk it out. And that's when I realized that, justifying others' behaviors, even to get that inner peace for yourself, is wrong. It's wrong because you will never be able to understand why that person behaved in that manner, and even if you give the closest of the justification, it's still not gonna satisfy your emotions. So it's better that you understand why that person behaved in that manner, and then forgive the person, because that would be the complete forgiveness. And unless you forgive people, the relationships are just gonna be tied up and tangled up, and eventually it'll just be a knot. Now I would want to mention a famous doha from a movie that I remember of. I'm sure it's written by somebody else. It says, "Rahiman धागा प्रेम का मत तोड़ो चटकाए, टूटे तो फिर ना जुड़े, जुड़े गांठ पड़ जाए." So what I feel is that when we are justifying others' behaviors, there is something wrong that we are doing in the relationship. We're just trying to tie a knot, and that is not going to be a long run thing. So what you really need to do in such situations is talk to the person and understand why such a behavior, why such a situation ever occurred in your life. Understand their point of view, accept their point of view, accept they are individuals, and forgive them. Forgive them forever and love them forever. Another thing that I also noticed and have always been against it is that we tend to same situation. If there's my mom and there's somebody else's mom, or it's my sister and somebody else's sister, or my best friend and a stranger, same mistake done by both people, the behavior would be different, or the acceptance level would be different, the forgiveness level will be different, which is completely wrong. Because just because somebody is close to you, you cannot just forgive them just for that particular thing. I mean, to put it in the other words, just because somebody else is not that close to you does not mean that you penalize them for not being close to you and behave more harsh with them as compared to what would you have done if that somebody was close to you. So be equal in your actions to everybody, because this entire world is our family. We are all family. So there's nobody who has to be close to us, and there's nobody who can be distant from us. Just accept them all with same grace and same love, and life will be a lot more easier and peaceful and loving. And that's all that matters to all of us, because end of the day हम सबको वहीं जाना है. That's the fact. So while we are alive, talk to people, understand them, love them, care for them, and make a big family around yourself. Yeah, that's about it for today, and wish you all a very good week ahead. I love you all, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.